This awakening to the knowledge of who we are as descendants of the tribes of Yisrael should be one of the most humbling experiences. It should be something that humbles us so deeply. To look around and see the severity of the state of our people. To look back in history at the devastation that our people have encountered because of disobedience and breaking the covenant with the Most High Yah and falling under the curses that were promised that would fall upon and follow and mark the people of the covenant, the 12 tribes of Yisrael and their seed. To see this in action, to see how our own lives, our minds, our circumstances are lining up with these curses, to see how our people all over the world, all over the globe, are handling or having to deal with all kinds of emotional trauma, mental illness, financial devastation, poverty, spiritual confusion, all of the things that our people are experiencing and have experienced. Seeing that and understanding the gravity of that and understanding why that Yah has humbled us because of our disobedience, because of our ancestors, and he's made his word true and every man a liar, that he cannot be mocked. To see these things come to fruition and then to wake up, to not have understanding of to why these things were all these years, and to now awaken to the reality that why this is taking place, why, to have that question answered and to see it with our own two eyes and experience it in our own lives. To understand that should be the most humbling experience that we have, to see how certain and how definite the word of Yah is, and that his word has come true. It should be the most humbling experience for us to see that. It's not an issue of pride and being puffed up. How do you get there? How do you get to a place of pride from there when our people are currently still going through and completely consumed in a lot of instances by this reality that they're dealing with in their day-to-day lives, that most of our family members are still asleep, and even those who are awake are still under the reality of these curses. It should be the most humbling thing. And then to realize and to see that Yah said, but I will awaken you and I will gather you and I will fulfill the promise that I made to you, just for the remnant of Yisrael, not all of Yisrael, but for the remnant. I will redeem you, those who obey my commands and hold the testimony of Yahusha. I will redeem you. I will gather you back. I will bring you into the promise and place you in the place that you were supposed to be all of this time. To know that promise stands, and that's all that we have to stand on. Because without that, there is no hope for our people. To know that we have that promise to stand on. If we return to him, we'll be a part of that number. We'll be a part of that remnant. That should be the most humbling experience for us and for our people. So why are we puffed up and prideful? Why are we so focused on still being entertained and being entertainers and being fashion shows and being all these things, being entrepreneurs, like all of these things? We're fashioning ourselves still after the world. Not saying not to do any of these things, but that's become our primary focus. To do the Hebrew version of everything that we were already doing in religion and in the world. Why have we not come to a place of being humbled? How can we be puffed up and prideful when you really understand what this awakening is and what it means? It shows that many have not still awakened all the way up. That we've woken up, but we're still sitting in our room in the dark. We haven't yet got out the bed. We haven't yet opened the blinds and looked out the window. We haven't yet went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror and looked at ourselves. We have to wake up fully. And when you wake up fully, you'll find yourself on your knees. You'll find yourself with your arms raised. You'll find yourself in tears. You'll find yourself loving your brother and your sister, having a heart of compassion for them, and not a pointing finger at them that's finding fault with everything as if we've arrived ourselves. We have to shake off the remaining crust that we have in our eyes that's keeping us from seeing. It's time to get all the way up. Wake all the way up and be humble before the Most High Yah and humble before each other. Shalom, Yisrael. Shalom, family.